Hey there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen. Today's card we're going to be doing is using a technique called Black Magic. And there's kind of two ways to do this, so I'll show you both. And this was from a friend of mine she shared at one of our meetings, and so I wanted to create this at our WOW class. So this is the technique. And you can see where I have colored in some of the flowers using my watercolor pencils. The stamp set that I used is called Lovely Lattice. This is a celebration offering, and after you're seeing this movie, celebration is actually over, so you are no longer able to get this stamp set, but some of you may already have it, so you could go ahead and create this gorgeous card using it, or you could use something else that you already have in your stash at home. So let's go ahead and get started. And what I did was I took that stamp set and I heat embossed it in white on a piece of black cardstock. So I didn't do that on video. If you guys need help with heat embossing, let me know. But basically I stamped my image in Versamark ink, put the white powder on, and then I heated it with our heat tool, and so I have a nice white raised shiny image. So the next thing is just to watercolor with your watercolor pencils. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, I'm just going to show you a little bit. What I did was on some of the flowers I just actually went ahead and colored right onto the black. So I chose Rich Razzleberry here. I might be rocking the table a little bit. And I just colored in all the black petals. Now I'm not sure if it's showing really well in person here while I'm doing this, but it kind of comes out, it's dark, like you can see it, but you definitely can see that there is some color there. Now, the way that my friend Sandra showed us in our class was to actually put down a layer of white first with your white watercolor pencil and then color over top. So let's go ahead and do that and see if we can see some difference. So you just go ahead and color in with the white. And then you would put the layer of Rich Razzleberry, whatever color you want, over top. It is totally up to you. I kind of followed her guideline. Sorry about the rocking table there. This one doesn't seem to be coloring as well. Maybe it needs to be sharpened. All right, so as you can see the difference, I'm hoping you can see the difference anyway, is that this one with the white over top just a little bit lighter, and this one just has a little bit darker. So you could do either way. Both very simple, very cool technique. And to finish it, I went ahead and did one ahead of time, and so there you go. So I did put some little bit of green in there. I did a little bit of yellow, some Rich Razzleberry, and then I colored in the leaves in Old Olive. So I'm hoping that shows up okay on my video for you guys to see. But a very cool technique and something different, and pulls the watercolor pencils back into your work. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this card. So let's go ahead and attach it to a piece of Rich Razzleberry cardstock. And then I'm going to add a strip of our polka dot tulle ribbon. And I always just tack that around the back and put a piece, little bit of snail over top just to keep it from coming apart. Then I've got a basic black card base here. We'll attach that to the front. And I also heat embossed a sentiment. This one is from part of my story, and I did the same thing, put that on white or Versamark and then white embossing powder ahead of time so that you guys didn't have to watch me do that. And that's just going to get attached to a white scallop oval from our, excuse me, from our layering ovals dies. Two dimensionals here, and part of my story again is a celebration offering. So I make these videos after my classes, so you're going to be seeing me work with some things that are already retired, and that's okay because you guys may have gotten them along the way. So I'm just trying to give you some different ideas so that you've got some things to do with the stamp sets that you may have already earned for free. So I'm going to slide this guy down under here and just tie a knot. And that, my friends, is it. Such a fun card. It's so different. Just love it. There we go. And then I'll just trim those down. So this is the Black Magic technique. So I don't know if you can see the difference in the two. This is the one I did just by coloring with watercolor pencil. This is the one that I did by adding a layer of white first, then watercoloring over top. So that does pop a little bit more. But either way, absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you'll give it a try at home, you guys. Have a wonderful week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next week for Movie Monday.